Hi and welcome to Home Tech Adventure. Would you like to be able to clone your hard disk or SSD to a new hard disk or SSD? Or maybe you would just like to clone your disk for backup purposes. Microsoft Windows used to provide that facility for you with a full image backup. They now only provide the system image backup in the software. So to do a full image backup with all your data and all the system software, you need to use a third-party solution to accomplish that backup. Now there are many third-party solutions that will back up your entire disk. I prefer using Clonezilla, which is free software. I have several videos linked down below on how to use Clonezilla to accomplish backup and cloning tasks. First, however, you need to create a USB that contains Clonezilla and is bootable. That's what we're going to do in this video. I have three websites open here. All of these are linked in the description. The first one is a Clonezilla Live download. Most people are going to want to use the alternative stable version as it works better with modern computers. It's based on Ubuntu. The Debian-based one can also work, but I'd recommend only using that if you're doing the older 32-bit system. Most people won't need it. Most people have 64-bit computers nowadays. But if you want to check, go to this site by Microsoft, click the link, and expand this question on can I run 64-bit version of Windows, and it will tell you if you have a 64-bit or a 32-bit operating system, regardless of what type of Windows that you're actually running. If your system is capable of running 64-bit, you want to use the 64-bit version. Now, if you choose the 32-bit version, you click here, and you would have to go the i686 or 686 PAE, and I'm not exactly sure on the difference. You're going to have to read and figure that out for yourself. Honestly, most people aren't going to be using that, so we're going to do the AMD 64 version, which is just 64-bit, by the way. Click the alternative stable, and that's what we're going to do today. We got AMD 64 here, and we want the ISO file. We do not want the zip file for our purposes, the way we're doing this. And then you click the download button, and it should download. And because I have quite a fast internet connection, the download shouldn't take all that long. There we go, it's all done. So that's downloaded this. Now, to make a USB flash drive, you need something to burn the ISO onto the flash drive. There are quite a few different software packages that you can use it. Rufus is a popular one, but it can get a little bit complicated. We're going to make this simple. We're going to use Balena Etcher. This software is provided free again, so you don't need to pay for it, and it's very good at doing this type of burning onto a flash drive or to a removable media such as an SD card or something like that. So just click the download for Windows and save file, and then do the installation. I'm going to do the installation for Balena Etcher and then pull it up, and then we'll burn our drive and see how that goes. All the downloads have finished. I've installed Balena Etcher. Let's go to our downloads folder, and you can see that Clonezilla Live is right here. Let's start the Balena Etcher program. And this is how simple Balena Etcher is. Select image. All we need to do is just drag Clonezilla Live over there, and it selects it. We take our USB flash drive and put it into the system. It's recognized immediately because this is just a regular FAT32 drive, and you can see it just says USB device. It's already selected. It's pretty hard to select the wrong thing if you don't have a lot of stuff attached to your computer with this program. And you just click flash and it does it. Yes, we want that to happen. Now this flashing takes place very quickly. Well, on my computer. My computer's pretty quick. I'm using a USB 3 flash drive, so it does take place pretty quickly. When you finish the flashing, it's going to tell you that the drive's not readable, and that's expected. The reason is because it's formatted in a Linux format, which is what Clonezilla is based on, and Windows natively cannot read that. But I assure you that we are all done. This is good. If we click that, it says, oh, you need to format it. You don't need to do that. Okay, just click OK and just right click and choose eject because you don't want to format it. It's already properly formatted for Clonezilla, so now you have something that you can use. It really is that simple to make a Clonezilla USB. Please look at my other videos for using the Clonezilla USB to clone or to image a hard drive or an SSD. I almost forgot one more thing. If you have your Clonezilla USB drive and you're done with using this as a Clonezilla drive, you want to use it for something else. You put it in the computer and if you don't know what you're doing, you might not be able to format it. So let me show you how to format these after they've been used with a Linux system like Clonezilla. Let me put the drive in. And you can see it comes up with format disk. Now we're going to close this. Okay, it's still thinking. All right, well, I'll just click Format Disk. Now, if you notice the capacity, 312 megabytes, this is a 16 gigabyte flash drive, so that's not going to work. So we're just going to close this. We're not going to try to format there. Can't format the disk. Yeah, that's no big deal. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go into Disk Management and just create partitions. And here's our disk. It's a removable disk. And if we try to format this partition, you notice it's grayed out. You can't do it. And that's because it's a Linux format. Windows just doesn't know what to do with it. So we can't format it. But we can get rid of it. So let's just right click on here, delete volume, click yes. And notice we got unallocated space here. After this delete, it should be entirely unallocated. And then once it's unallocated, we can just choose New Simple Volume, and you go through the Simple Volume wizard, and there's our 15,000 megabytes, which is 15 gigabytes, which is 16 gigabyte drive. Drive letter, I don't care what drive letter it chooses. And format, NTFS, no, let's make it a FAT32 because this is pretty good. And then just put blank, oh, we need all caps here, blank F32. Let's leave it at that and then perform a quick format, and that is fine. Click Next, click Finished, and it formats our drive, and now we got blank F32. So that's how you format a USB drive after it's been used for a Linux system or something else like Clonezilla. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more content, and definitely put some comments down below. I like to hear your experiences on this, and what other videos would you like to see. I try to create helpful videos, and especially creating videos that make things that seem a little bit difficult be a little bit easier to understand. Thanks for watching, and remember, have fun on your own home tech adventure.